Welcome back, trainers, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Groudon and Kyogre duo here. Now, it works out pretty well, but you can run into some trouble. Say you run into a Dragonite lead. Depending upon what you do have on your team, it can be a little troublesome. But for the most part, it works pretty well. The Kyogre is going to be 100% IV, but it's not completely maxed out here. But we're getting it there. I just didn't go hard enough. I was going for those Groudons when we did have that in the raids. Now, what's best to counter the dragons more so than a charm user, but we're going to go ahead and go with our Zacian because I'm having a lot of fun with this thing here. Yet again, another one that's not completely maxed out, but still putting in the work. The only one that's completely powered up here is going to be the Groudon, and it will be equipped as Best Buddy, as you can see here. So with that said, if you do enjoy my videos, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for new turn notifications on, and let's get into the battles. Let's go! Alright, so this Dragonite is going to be farming us down here. Decent amount of energy. Okay, bringing them down to almost half. We bring them down low enough to easily take them out with a play rough, right? They're going for a superpower and retreating into a Melmetal. Great, we're going to go ahead and go for our superpower. We got that Groudon on the back that obviously wants to match up with this, so we're going to easily make the swap and go for the Fire Punch with the energy that we did have built up here. Don't really need to go for the Earthquake as a little bit of an overkill. If anything, we can maybe quick move down with the Zacian here. So we're going to go ahead and shield this up, and you could obviously survive a Rock Slide. Superpower is going to be pretty close, but they hit me with a Flash Cannon, and I shielded up, which was key. If I didn't do that, it could have been getting a little bit nerve-wracking here. Although even if we debuff ourselves by 2 stages with the Zacian, we're still going to be able to handle the Dragonite to some degree. As long as they don't have a Hurricane, right, then we're going to be okay. Alright, so Dragon Claw, and they're like, okay, yeah, this is about over here. They back out. We take that win, and we move it on to the next battle. Let's see what we have going on here. Leading with Groudon the entire time. While we are going to be kind of rearranging the backline here. Met with a Mewtwo. This is a great matchup here. Groudon is just ridiculous when it comes down to the Earthquake and that Mud Shot, which is farming at a pretty decent rate here. Going to go straight for it. Not even going to bait. Just going to go for the big move here, and they're letting it go, which is great. So what we're going to do at this point is obviously let this go as well, and we're going to be able to farm them down here. And we're going to be coming out of this with a decent amount of energy. What are they going to bring in? It's going to be a Yveltal. Sounds good to me. Going to throw a Fire Punch just to do a little bit of extra damage here, and swap into our Kyogre. And let this move go because we do not want to use that last shield. We need to hold on to that. We do have the Zacian. I was kind of banking on the fact that they were going to swap. So there might be a Steel type in the bag. Maybe a Metagross, maybe an Excadrill. In which case, we can still handle that to some degree with our Zacian. And Groudon doesn't have much health left, but it does have energy built up here. So what do we want to do? Farm down with Zacian? That's not going to really be too hard to do here. It's not very effective with a quick move, but they're going to be able to throw this a couple of times, but they're going to retreat with energy, and they do have an Excadrill in the back, in which we're going to go straight for the close combat and then swap into our Groudon, and then try to get to the Earthquake before they get to a charge move. All shields are down. This is going to easily one-shot a whole family of Excadrills. Down it goes, and we could have been able to take the win with the Groudon in the back there, and they're backing out, and we're moving on to our next opponent here. Alright, now this is somebody from my Patreon list, and I just had to leave this battle in here. I was like, oh boy, got a little frustrated here. I didn't realize it was them until the end where it showed your friendship increase after you do battle somebody. So they're going to be swapping, trying to catch an Earthquake, but we're going to go ahead and hold on to that while bringing in our Kyogre. And they have a bunch of energy on their Mewtwo. We need to think about that as well. So this matchup, maybe should have bring in Zacian so we can resist the Dragon Tail, because that is starting to really add up here. While we can let the even Aeroblast go, and then they still kind of need to worry about that damage for their quick move really not doing too much to take us out. Aeroblast would do a lot, let's be real. But anyways, what's going on here? Getting to a Surf. Can we get to one more? Nope, they're going to Dragon Tail us down with that damn damage doing so much. Bringing in the Groudon, and immediately they swap into their Zacian while we go for the Fire Punch, and they're going to be catching that. Well done, they already knew everything. Yeah, they see me. Okay, so they already know every move I'm going to make here. And we're screwed. I'm just hanging in here. I'm just like, ah! Like I said, I didn't quite really realize this person was on my friends list. A Patreon, nonetheless. Alright, so, yeah. I don't quit out of every battle, even though I know it's about to be over for me. I kind of want to put up a fight until the end here. So I do go for this, and then I back out, and they take the win there. Good game. Alright, moving on to our next opponent. Alright, show me a good lead. Dialga. Oh yeah, you already know that's fantastic. So many people were letting Earthquake go. I think this might be a one where You got to call it, and it could be pretty much a wrap. You already know. So they let it go. Missed call, and this happened about 4 times today. I'm not going to show every single one of those, but it's very satisfying. So taking that win there with the Groudon in the lead, very nice. Another Dialga coming back for some revenge, or maybe not. Retreating immediately, bringing in their Garchomp. We're going to go ahead and bring in our Zacian here. And this is where Zacian really does shine, because again, Groudon can go up against dragons. I suppose if it's a Dragonite, that's a little bit of a different situation because it's flying in dragon, so it does resist everything as opposed to just dragons taking neutral damage from ground, right? So Zacian fits the bill to go up against them here and to be on the team. They're going to be getting me with the bait Sand Tomb. Dang it. You got me going for a play rough. Let's see what happens here. And they're going to be double shielding that darn Garchomp, which I'm thinking, okay, we'll let this go. Is it another Sand Tomb? Yeah, it is. Can we get to the play rough? Unfortunately not. And I'm thinking, this has got to be another Sand Tomb hitting me with a sneaking outrage. Okay, and now that's enough to take us out. Bet you they're laughing. Okay, laugh it up, okay. So getting to the Earthquake, and this will be enough to take out the Garchomp, thank goodness, because I'm not trying to get hit by a debuff or another outrage there, and don't think they had enough energy. So bringing in that Mewtwo, swapping into Kyogre, and they have a Dialga in the back here. So this is not looking particularly great, really, at all, because the Mewtwo has energy. This probably is a Draco. Yeah, down we go. So I think the best way we're going to be able to play this one through is to max out our energy at 100, go for the Earthquake, and then we're going to have to try to get to another Earthquake. I do believe that Mewtwo has a bunch of health, yeah. But if we get there, we got there. That's it. That's a wrap. They're probably at about 2 Psych Strikes too, but we tapped on and locked ourselves in there, and we're going to be able to hit the Earthquake and KO the Mewtwo, where it was looking pretty bad for us, and taking that win with the Water and Ground duo. Next battle met with a Melmetal, and this is probably one of the best matchups here, straight up. Yeah, pretty much. And then when it comes to Dragonite here, if it doesn't have Hurricane, another one that's just straight up an amazing matchup, as opposed to Dialga that does have the Iron Head. So they're letting that go. I'm thinking, yeah, probably don't want to shield your Dragonite. Hopefully it's not Hurricane, Superpower, and hitting me with another one. Even if it was Hurricane, it wouldn't have been enough to take us out here, so it's still okay. And still holding on to a decent amount of health. And actually, that Dragonite's doing a lot of damage with those superpowers that are not even getting stabbed. Bring it in the Melmetal. Can we get to another close combat? We do. Great. This is great. And we took out their dragon, so hopefully we don't have too much to worry about here. As you've seen, I was trying to kind of preserve this. So I will shield this up and swap here into the Groudon in case there is another one. It is going to be Gyarados in the back, which is going to be completely resisting Groudon in every single way unless you do have Solar Beam. Alright, so we're just going to keep throwing these fire punches. That's all we can really do to be as spammy as possible. As you can see, doing a decent amount of damage. As a matter of fact, I bring this Gyarados down to, I think, the yellow, low yellow or red here. Let's see. So there's the yellow. Great. We're going to let this go. Hitting me with an Aqua Tail. It's doing a lot of damage, but Groudon's still holding it down. Going for another not very effective fire punch that is extremely spammy with the Mud Shot. And yeah, there you go, bringing it into the red. Yeah, they're coming out of this with a decent amount of energy, but nonetheless, we're still able to pull that one off. Bring it into Kyogre to just farm them down here. Crunch is going to be thrown a couple of times, I do believe. Any debuffs? No debuff. Great. So we're going to take the same amount of damage. That's perfecto. All right. They swap, and that's about a wrap. You already know what it is, but at least they're putting up a fight until the very end here, going for a Surf. And we do have the Zacian. I mean, I don't know. You really have to screw up to make this not work here. So going for a Rock Slide and farming them down here, and then farming down the Gyarados. Yeah, there's no way we're going to lose that. Moving it on to our next opponent. What are we going to see with that Groudon in the lead? Another Dialga. Oh yeah, baby. That's what I want to see. Let's get it on. All right, so they're going to go ahead and stay here. Let's see if we're going to have another K. I do believe we're going to one-shot them. And we will be taking a look at another, just, you know, how the game does it. While you're hitting a charge move, it makes you back out. This is not it. Okay, yeah, we swap into our Kyogre. They don't want nothing to do with it after we got rid of their dragon. They back out, we take that win, and the duo yet again putting in that work. Next battle. Another Dialga. What do you know? How do you make all these Dialgas in the lead? Well, it happens sometimes. All right, so going for the Earthquake straight up. Are we going to land it? Are we going to land it? We do. Another KO. Doing those one-shots all day. Let's go. Swap it into their Mewtwo, or bring it in their Mewtwo, I should say. And we have the Kyogre, and we're making that swap. Shielding up the first Psy Strike here to kind of just maintain that health. That Psy Strike just does too much damn damage to every single thing. Unless you're Dialga or Metagross or something like that, or even Melmetal's taking a decent amount of damage from it. We can't let this next one go because we're definitely not using our other shield, but they get to another one. I'm thinking, come on, Mewtwo, you farm too fast, boy. was good. Zacian, can you farm down? I don't think that's going to be a possibility. So we bring in the Groudon to just go for the Fire Punch here. I don't think they're going to want to double up on their shields, but they do. So we swap into our Zacian to catch this Side Strike, to use it as a third shield, knowing that it's going to have a decent amount of health to handle whatever. We've got an Excadrill in the back. Unfortunately, they're going to be able to get to a charge move first. So we're going to farm extra, but we got to be careful here as so they don't get to another one of those. So just one more Snarl. Ooh, we showed them. Alright, so building up a little extra energy, taking them out in one shot, great. And we can go for the close combat and take out the Mewtwo like this. I'm not even hitting... Oh, I was not going to hit any bubbles, but let's not get too cocky over here with that. Alright, so taking the win, and we got some good points going on over here. But every time I get around this range, it starts hitting me with all that BS. And then the game freezes, and it starts getting all kinds of fun. And we still have that, so stay tuned. No big deal, you know, just hitting the charge moves, and it makes you back out and take the loss. And which it could have been a 4-1, and it's a lot more points than 3-2, right? So we're going to go straight for the Earthquake here on this Mewtwo, and they're going to be shielding it up after shielding up, or no, letting go, their Side Strike go. We will shield this one up, though, that is for sure. What is the point of doing that? Is to make sure they don't want to try to swap on you while you've used that shield. Going for the Earthquake, and this is where we get that lag. Yeah, and it didn't let me back in for another 10 minutes, straight up. I don't know what's going on with this game, but we've already discussed it. While you're trying to log in, it takes maybe 10, 15 tries sometimes to get into this damn game. Alright, so it's just the way it goes, huh? This game is just so amazing. Anyways, what's going on here? We have Kyogre up against Yveltal. Alright, so let's go. So I do have Blizzard on this thing. You know, you can go with Hurricane. Yeah, okay. Makes kind of sense, you know. It's kind of this water Pokemon in the middle of the ocean, Hurricane. Or you can go with Thunder. Personally, I just like Blizzard because we can one-shot those dragons. They're bringing in Togekiss. Great, they're going to farm me down here, which is okay because we did do a decent amount of damage to them, and Groudon can actually handle Togekiss to some degree here. Not really taking too much damage from those charge moves. Ancient Power, not very effective. No boost on there, and great. Building up to 2 Fire Punches, seeing if they wanted to swap out here. And now we're going to go ahead and take out this Togekiss. And down it goes. Still have one shield and a bunch of energy. Going straight for the Fire Punch. What did they bring into the battle here? Yveltal. Okay, yeah, exactly. Swapping into Zacian after we did get that last shield. And I'm just hoping they do not have Hurricane here. Otherwise, I'm pretty much screwed. It is going to be a Dark Pulse. Great. And they're swapping into a Machamp. I'm surprised they didn't back out here. And it is Shadow. This will definitely take them out in one shot with the Play Rough. And we're going to be able to get to another Play Rough and take the win here with the Zacian in the back. Again, I just prefer Snarl over Quick Attack. That's just the way I like it. It just feels more comfortable and natural to me. Next battle, we're going to be met with a Garchomp. So we got the 2 ground types going at it with the Mud Shots. Let's see what we got going on here. Getting to that Earthquake. Their Outrage is going to do an outrageous amount of damage. We already know. And they're going to be shielding up the first Earthquake. Okay, sounds good. Letting this go. Unfortunately, it is going to be an Outrage and doing a lot of damage. Now we have to worry about them going for like a Sand Tomb or something here. Or Earth Power. They're not going to, yeah. Usually Earth Power is going to be paired up with Mud Shot. So they're going to be swapping into their Yveltal, and we bring in our Zacian to have a little fun like we were doing in that last battle here. And they do have Hurricane. There you go. That's how much it does. Great. So since they did use up all that energy, we're going to go ahead and build up a little bit extra so we can be ready to go for that Garchomp. Unfortunately, not enough to take them out. This is definitely not going to be another Hurricane. Dark Pulse is going to be doing not very effective damage, but it is getting us pretty low here. I'm trying to farm up, play it down to the last second here. We've got about 4 or 5, 3 HP or something. They bring in Garchomp and it takes us out in one shot, unfortunately. Bring it in the Groudon and going right for the Earthquake if they want to use that last shield. They do not. Swapping into our Kyogre, and we're actually able to farm them down before they get to a charge move. Then they got a Mewtwo in the back. Now this is perfect. All right, we got the Groudon and the Kyogre showcase taking on Mewtwo over here. Shieldless at this point after we did just get that last one, and we're looking great. We can let this Side Strike go, and pretty sure we want to shield this one up so we can hit the surf and almost just win this with the Kyogre here, and as simple as that, and taking that win. So the combat power for the Groudon and the Kyogre are going to be the same at 100% IV. They've got the same stats. I just don't have the candies to power it up yet. All right, and I'm not investing my XL Rare candies. And the people out here talking about just save up XL Rare candies. That's how I got my Segaleo to level freaking 50, or my Zacian. Or not Zacian, I mean Zarude, or whatever the case may be. Look, what the freaking hell are people talking about over here, man? What do you mean you use Rare Candy XL? Save them up. What do you can have like 34 max? It's just funny to see the continuous gaslight from the cheaters that are just continuously trying to echo chamber each other, lift each other up, like each other's comments, and back each other up saying, yeah, that's how you do it. It's like, no, you can't do it like that. It's not like you can go pick these up from freaking tasks all the time. That's just not the way it goes. Anyways, you guys already understand. Anybody who's got a brain to think knows what's going on, obviously. It's like somebody who never works, right? Didn't go to college, didn't do any sort of trade school, and all of a sudden they've got all kinds of money and they haven't been working. But at the same time, there's people knocking at their door at all hours of the day. And you're like, okay, well, I see how you're getting your money. Well, no, see, I'm just working at the local bank, you see? They give me a nice bonus right off the start. Like, okay, you're not tricking anybody. It's fine, do what you gotta do, but just don't lie. Anyways, getting a little rambly here. Okay, taking out the Dialga with our Kyogre. That's a rare thing to see, unless you're blizzarding it. Next battle, met with a Landorus Therian that is over there roaring at me, ready to go. Taunting me up. So what you want to do is wait for them to throw their superpower. This is exactly what we wanted. We locked ourselves in here. They can't even swap because we've locked in with our Fire Punch. Going for that, which is going to be doing more damage since they did debuff themselves. And they're going to be swapping into their Zacian. And we're going to go ahead and bring in our Kyogre here. And I'm telling you, that's waterfall damage is ridiculous. Surf is also amazing. Now, I said this before and I'll say it again. Why is it that Groudon's Fire Punch is Legacy, but Kyogre's Surf is just TMable with a regular TM? I don't get it. Is Kyogre not as valuable as Groudon because of, I don't know, maybe because it's Fire Punch and it's, I don't know. Who knows? But nonetheless, unfortunately, Groudon, you're going to have to use that Elite TM. And is it worth it? Yeah, absolutely. If you're going to run Groudon, you want Fire Punch. Straight up. Period. That's just the way it goes. You could go Earthquake, Solar Beam, but or Fire Blast even, I suppose. But yeah, have fun with that. All right, bringing in our Zacian to go up against the Dialga here. We can let the first Iron Head go, as you can see. You just got to be careful for a catch. You want to kind of threaten them with these close combats here. Are we going to be able to pull this one off? Let's see what happens. Shielding it up, going for the next one. And do we get another shield? I would assume. Okay, letting it go. Right. Bringing in that Landorus, and this is getting a little interesting here. A little interessante. Gonna be making some, well, it's not spicy. I'm gonna make it spicy, but I'm gonna make chicken Alfredo sauce with pasta. Ooh, man, it's gonna be so damn good. Let's go. All right, so I'm thinking, oh, you got me. Damn it. We survived with 1 HP. No way. Thank you, best buddy Groudon. If it wasn't for that, we wouldn't have survived. Or the 100. I mean, it's just literally the perfection of it allowed us to stay alive. Moving it on to our next battle, we're going to be met with a Mewtwo here. And this is a typical normal battle. We can go ahead and just ride this one out. Sometimes I might shield the first Side Strike. Sometimes I might let it go. For the most part, I let the first one go. It's very rare where I shield up the first one. Maybe it's first battle of the day. I'm feeling a little spicy, a little interesting. Anyways, getting a shield from them. Typical battle here. Gonna shield this next one. They let this go. We're gonna be looking good because it will take them out. If they shield it up, well, they're gonna be double shielding, and we're gonna have to shield for whatever we do bring in because they're gonna hit us with Side Strike. Alright, so we're retreating our Groudon with a little bit of energy and bringing in our Kyogre to go up against the Garchomp here, which is part ground, so we're doing a decent amount of damage. Hitting me with that stinking Outrage, doing a whole lot of damage. Just gonna go for Surf. It takes a whole year to build up to Blizzard. Alright, it's really a lot of energy when it comes down to this Surf here, or the waterfalls. So we're letting that go because I don't really want to use my last shield. We can pretty much take them out with the Groudon's Fire Punch at this point. So we do bring it in, go for that. And if we don't take them out here, then we're at least going to be able to farm, or they're going to probably swap immediately as we do bring in our Zacian. So bringing it in, and there's that swap, just like I said. They're shieldless at this point. So the key here is, well, if they hit me with Flash Cannon, that's another story, but I highly doubt they have that. Okay, Rock Slide, we're good. Build up to 2 of these close combats. Probably could have built up a little bit more energy, but I think at this point we're going to want to take them out before they get to another charge move. Seeing that the Garchomp kind of used up its energy, and it's not really going to be able to take us out with... I mean, well, we debuffed ourselves by 4 stages. Who am I kidding? Shield up everything. Of course this Earth Power is going to KO me. You kidding? Alright, go... Go for a close combat. That's going to be about a wrap, folks. If you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Turn notifications on. I'll catch you all next time. Take care.
Ain't all sunshine. sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!